Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Middle-Aged Outlaws podcast, the podcast where two middle-aged, cynical and jaded Scottish wrestling fans try to find any modicum of joy through the greatest form of entertainment in history, professional wrestling. Today we continue on through 1999 as we hit Minnesota and Jesse Ventura's backyard as we are at the party of the SummerSlam 1999. Adam, how are you?
All right, thanks. How are you?
Magic.
Magic.
Thank you. Yeah. So let's just get this out now, and then we don't have to get emotional later. This may or may not be our final Middle-Aged Outlaws episode, or final podcast episode. It's unlikely, but I think we've decided that taking a small break may benefit us both.
Yeah. Imagine if the Rumble had been really good and we were like, oh, all we want in our life's wrestling now. But it didn't go that way.
It didn't. And the irony is, and why I'm laughing is that I thought SummerSlam 99 was amazing. And I really, really enjoyed watching it. But I think it might be that thing of like, not like, yes, I'm finally done with it. I didn't feel like that. I enjoyed every single match. Well, apart from that, I enjoyed every single match.
Wow.
It must have been that, like, you know, like a final ride type thing where you're just like, you're both going your separate ways at the end of it, so let's just enjoy it.
Let's just enjoy. Yeah. Savouring these last moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did
you enjoy it?
I'm not going to go ahead and say I enjoyed every bit of it. I mean, some of it, yeah. I remembered this beforehand, that Jesse Ventura constantly popping up in segments with the participants in the main event being like, the fall's gotta happen in the middle of the ring. I'm like, shut up, Jesse. Nobody's listening. Nobody cares.
Oh, man. That just made me think, imagine he was wearing those Shawn Michaels shorts.
That's what was missing for me. That would have made it complete.
Aye.
Yeah.
I quite like those wee bits and pieces. I like how Austin just walked away from him. Triple H got to do his sort of, I don't know, monologuing and growling and
get all intense.
Mankind got to do his, like, he started talking about some sort of political person or something, didn't he? Politician.
I think they worked to me because he just kept saying the same thing, but everyone else was enjoying it.
It's gotta be in the ring. Well, he stuck to his guns. I did like how they, what did they refer to him as, the most powerful official there's ever. Meanwhile, Earl Hebner's sitting back there saying, I'm fucking chopped liver. Come on. You give me all that glory at WrestleMania 14.
It's because of that daft
15,
daft wee attempt on the third hand coming down. That's what it was. That's what's taken all the shine away from Earl.
Yeah, he needs to have watched. What we need to do is get the Royal Rumble from last night. I was going to say from Saturday night. Send it to Earl and show him the count that guy that was refereeing AJ Styles, Gunther, the slowest. He was trying to fuck on AJ Styles. That guy.
Well, he did. Successfully.
Successfully fucked on him. Okay, let's talk SummerSlam 99. No Chef Boyardee, which was incredibly disappointing, but I managed to put it to the side clearly. Still enjoyed it. We're in a little bit of a transition, I think. Fair to say. We've got Undertaker moving from main card into this, or not even main card, but less sinister pantomime villain and more into this sort of, don't know what he is now.
Angry Big Brother type.
There you go. That works. Yeah. With Big Show, you've got Triple H being fully rammed down our throats. Austin's clearly, I think his body's toiling. Yeah. I believe this was the first pay-per-view where he wore 2 knee braces.
I think it gets mentioned actually by JR. I think,
you've got The Rock in a funny position. It seems like they're trying to move Billy Gunn, the newly crowned King of the Ring, up the way. I suppose there's a lot of to and fro, and you've got Jericho being introduced as well. So
we get right at the start, we get Jericho with Howard Finkel.
Yep.
And he's calling him Harold, and this like, I massively soured on Jericho over the recent years, but this was just giving me that little taster of what I enjoyed about it.
Yeah, same. I watching this, I was then disappointed that it didn't turn up at the Rumble, even though I've watched through Hi Guys and all the other different ridiculous iterations of him.
Yeah,
I was still. It's the top knot, the ponytail thing. It's the facial expressions. It's
all
just
class. Designed to annoy you, but it works.
Oh, brilliant. We'll get to Jericho. It's a shame he didn't. I could have swore he had a match here. I thought he was wrestling China or something, but it must be further on.
Yeah.
We're kicking off with the Intercontinental and European title on the line. The champion, D'Lo Brown, defending against Double J. Jeff Jarrett. He does have Deborah in his corner, but he immediately sends her to the back, get a bit of heat.
Yeah.
And D'Lo, being the gentleman that he is, decides to bring Deborah out with him.
He's just a good guy, D'Lo. And he's, I mean, it's all gonna come back to haunt him.
Absolutely. Deborah seems to be at the very end. Deborah's giving it a tap on the forehead as if to say that it was a mastermind. But
all a plan.
What defeated him was Mark Henry smashing him with a guitar. Nothing to do with Deborah.
So I was remembering the whole Mark Henry. I think there were all these segments of D'Lo who we referenced has lost quite a bit of weight, and he looks like he's in great shape. And he's been trying to bring Mark Henry along with him, and I think it's been highlighted on Raws and stuff. He's got him working out and all that. Just trying to be a good buddy. He's trying to be his mate, but Mark Henry may be a bit pissed off with this tough love from D'Lo. He's had enough. He snaps.
Did they show that on the pay-per-view? Have you just
no? I think it happened on
from
the
back
Raws.
of your memory.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
I remember seeing it because they built that for a little while, and you thought, oh yeah, D'Lo's really getting his buddy in fighting shape, and you're kind of thinking Mark Henry's going to be unstoppable if he gets in fighting shape. And I think it was all a bit of a rib on Mark Henry because I think he was not in the shape that the office wanted him to be in, so they were trying to embarrass him a wee bit with that. But yeah, I remember it happening. It definitely really happened. I haven't just connected some dots in my own head, I don't think.
Obviously, I think the same as everybody. All I think about with Mark, two things: Mark Henry in the Attitude Era is shit sandwiches and Mae Young giving birth to a hand. So.
Oh yeah.
So I'm impressed that you were able to pluck that there.
Yeah. If you just listened to D'Lo, that might all have not happened.
100%.
Yeah.
This match with D'Lo and Jeff Jarrett, a surprising banger for me. I feel these two have really good chemistry, very smooth together.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match. I couldn't remember what was going to happen. I was a wee bit suspicious when Deborah comes back out with D'Lo because they've not had any time to chat that in the back. She's basically been sent back and immediately been like, I'll walk down with this guy. D'Lo, you've got to think these things through.
Look beyond the front bumper is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Well, D'Lo ends up losing his title, doesn't he? After Deborah distracts the referee, Mark Henry appears and smashes him with the guitar, and Double J gets the win. Now, I believe that he hands Mark Henry the European title the following night on Raw.
That all makes sense, yeah.
Classic WWE.
Devalued that a wee bit.
I mean, yeah, Shawn Michaels devalued it first, didn't he?
What did he do? Well, there were a few things for him, though, were there not?
Did he not just give it to Triple H after beating the Bulldog in England?
Yeah, I believe he politicked to beat the Bulldog in England and then just kind of handed it over to Triple H.
What an asshole. Yeah. So yeah, a good start to the pay-per-view.
Good match, yeah.
I have to mention at this point, another questionable stage that they've got set up. It seems to just be like cranes.
Mm. Yeah.
I mean, it's better than the generic, gigantic LED board right now.
Yeah. It feels like a SummerSlam deserves a bit more effort, doesn't it?
Aye. Are we into tag team gauntlet
turmoil.
match next?
Yeah, we get a Michael Cole interview with Edge and Christian. They're going to be starting up against the New Brood.
Christian especially is like, generic interview. That's what we're going to do here tonight in Minnesota.
Yeah, so I think the story they've gone with here, because we knew this was coming and this was close at whatever the last thing we watched was.
Yeah.
So
fully loaded.
No,
yeah.
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 Yeah. Gangrel's tried to basically throw Edge under the bus for their failings as a group. They've punted him, he's realigned with Christian, and now Gangrel has aligned with the Hardys as the New Brood.
Yes. And so who do we kick off with? Because I don't actually have...
We have Edge and Christian and the Hardys as the first pairing here.
They go surprisingly long for a gauntlet match.
Yeah, I assume that was all planned just with who the other participants were, because the story through this match, I enjoy this Edge and Christian and the Hardys. Everything feels like it's just a little sample of what we're going to get to. And they've got great chemistry as teams between them. There's good moves, good counters. It's all pretty fast-paced, but usually, not always, but usually doesn't look overly choreographed. It's some pretty good stuff between the two teams.
Yeah, no, agreed. Do we get Gangrel getting involved?
Yes. Gangrel, what does he try to do? I had this somewhere in my notes. What does he get involved? Or was that? Nah, maybe not. So I've just got going to a finish between this pairing. Edge drops Matt, kind of flapjack on his face. Christian leap off the top and gets the pin, and the Hardys are eliminated. If he did get involved, it didn't affect the finish, I don't think.
Do you know what? I seem to remember Christian actually doing like a sort of springboard onto him to take him out. Something that I noticed in this was Jeff Hardy's moveset was a lot more varied here than what I remember Jeff.
Yeah.
I wonder if he was just trying out stuff. That he was doing some really cool stuff. And I remember thinking when I was watching it, I was like, that's why people thought that he was probably like the next sort of Shawn Michaels, because he was doing a lot more stuff that looked cool and smooth compared to, I feel like, a bit longer into his career. He did a bit more sort of erratic stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. With this being tag team turmoil, there's a new team walking down to face the survivors straight away. We've got Viscera and Midian.
Couple of big boys. That's a nice jacket Viscera's got on there.
Yeah.
Fetching.
Good look there for Big Daddy V. So yeah, you've obviously got the disadvantage of being in there first, because you're going to just have to keep winning these matches to keep on rolling. This is a lot briefer than what went between the previous teams. But I think there's they definitely try to put over at a point the agility of Viscera, because he kinda does a spinning heel kick.
He does.
I just didn't think it looked in any way elegant or agile or anything like that. It kind of looked like a massive guy on a bouncy castle.
I do know what you mean, but if you could just get up out your seat and do one of them, then...
I mean, I'm middle-aged. You know.
What age are we suggesting? Yeah.
It'd be a bit...
Probably his 20s or something. His late 20s or something.
Probably is quite young.
Poor Nelson.
We get a double drop kick by Edge and Christian, send Viscera out of the ring. A spear on Midian, and that is Edge and Christian eliminating another team.
Yeah, surprised me that Edge was doing the spear that early.
Yeah.
But he also had like 4 finishers or something as well, which was quite good. He had like a downward spiral type thing or something.
Yeah.
which I liked. Who was in next? Acolytes in next, or was it the Hollies?
Draws and Albert.
Oh, that's right. Yes, because my wife was in the ring. I was like, "Look at that guy. He's called Prince Albert," and she just looked and shook her head.
He had an incredible look on the go. I mean, he's now at the stage where he's quite a hairy man, and that's all there. You can see it. He's got it's bondage, borderline bondage outfit. Yeah,
I don't think it's borderline.
I mean, it's more blatant than it ever was with Demolition.
100%. Yeah. Dross, I think Dross has a good look as well. I thought it looks quite cool.
Yeah.
I forgot about it was them two.
What do we get? Again, it's quicker, briefer than the first matchup. Christian lowers the ropes, so Dross flies out of the ring. Christian leaps on him, sacrificing himself. Albert press slam on Edge, but Christian's going to come in behind, take out the knee. Edge falls on Albert. Downward spiral, I think that's the move you referred to before, by Edge on Albert for the pin and the elimination. And Edge and Christian keep going. Became quite clear here they wanted to use this to really put the spotlight on these guys. They're
like number one, if not.
Yeah.
Aye.
And then you get the acolytes coming out.
Do you think, just to go back to Albert, do you think, how much of what we saw in the Rumble do you think he's taught Javon Evans?
That was my first ever sighting of Javon Evans.
Did you enjoy him?
It was alright.
Aye.
Yeah. Like, I didn't hate the way they pushed some of the young talent. I just felt like you could have given them like one more thing, like an elimination of a big name or something like that. Just one more thing. But weirdly, I don't think there were any like Hall of Famer type appearances.
They don't seem to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny to think that guy in the bondage gear and covered in hair called Prince Albert with the piercings is like the guy that's basically training all these.
Kind of wild.
It is. It's crazy. You said the Acolytes come in next, and they are very much pick up where they left off at the last pay-per-view. They are stiff, they are smashing, and just looking so pissed off. I don't know. Farouk must be either an amazing actor or genuinely hate people.
Yeah.
So good.
And they got me for a moment because I was thinking, when they first came out, the Acolytes was like, right, okay, it is a bit of a, you've had your fun, lads. Now the big lads are coming out. But then Farouk keeps going for like cocky covers and they keep escaping from those. And I was thinking, he's going to get caught out and they're going to get pinned. But no. I think there was a moment where Edge gets a DDT and then a Christian a tornado DDT on Bradshaw, but it's not enough. And at that point, while the match is still ongoing, the Hollies come out to ringside, so they are just waiting, desperate to get involved. And you get an absolutely massive clothesline by Bradshaw, and that's what's going to end the very valiant run of
lucky,
of Edge and Christian.
Yep, and then like you say, the Hollies are in. I think Crash Holly, I read, had been in the company like a week or something. And this was him. He's getting his pay-per-view debut. He's doing the whole little shit behaviour, scrappy do, and they end up scrapping with each other, don't they?
Yeah, it happens really quickly. Like if Crash's only been in a matter of time, it's quite impressive how quickly they've got Bob Holly looking at him like just with disdain. He despises this little guy that he's teamed up with, and everything he's doing seems to be really irritating him. So, they start fighting with each other, and then the Acolytes are going to. I think it's a Dominator by Farouk on Crash, and that's when Bob like blind tags himself in. And Crash isn't impressed with that, even though he was getting the shit kicked out of him. I think Crash just knocks Bob Holly down. Did you like that? And then I noticed JR and King getting a bit chippy with each other. I think King's having a go at JR, constantly talking about like the collegiate background of the performers, and King's like I assume with Vince in his ear, like, who cares about that? Who cares where the guy went to college?
Yeah, that's really WCW, like early 90s WCW, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's funny. I don't know, like that guy that was Crash Holly, like plays that character amazing. Like his facial expressions and he's like, I'm going to get you sort of behaviour is brilliant.
Yep.
So go on.
The finish, we get Bob knocking Crash out of the ring, and then as he turns right into a spine buster by Farouk, and the Acolytes get the win.
Nice. So that sets up them to take on the winners of the tag team title match later on.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this Jericho Road Dogg next?
So we've got a little bit before it, which is Undertaker and Big Show arriving, and then Al Snow with his wee dog in the locker room.
Okay.
And
wee
then
Pepper.
Yeah.
Wee Pepper shaking like a leaf.
That's when Road Dogg's music hits.
Straight off the trailer park.
Yeah.
By the looks of him.
Yep. So he's generally a bit annoyed that he's not got a match at SummerSlam, but he's challenging the winner. It's the hardcore title winner, because that match is up next, for a match on Raw tomorrow, and that is when we're going to. I still like the countdown, the Jericho countdown.
Amazing.
Yeah.
He immediately cuts into him. So his whole promo shtick seems to be that Jericho's here to save the WWF. That it's like a snore fest.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've read the same. Like he got a lot of heat for the stuff he was saying, particularly in relation to Undertaker.
Yeah.
He must have cut one on SmackDown where he'd been talking about Undertaker's matches being a bore fest or send him to sleep or something. It's crazy because this interaction with Road Dogg's brilliant, and the interaction obviously with The Rock where he debuts is absolutely brilliant as well.
Yeah.
It's a shame to think that because I think he then went sort of down the way a little bit, didn't he?
He did, yeah. I think he talked about was it a book? He talked about the fact that he suddenly felt like he wasn't at the level of an awful lot of the top guys. And I get the impression that wasn't what he was expecting to think and feel when he first got there. And I suppose there could be loads of things play into it. You wouldn't get many bigger debuts than having a bit of verbals with The Rock at that time. Mm-hmm. That's putting you right front and centre. But then even from there to here, it's Road Dogg. And Road Dogg's a good talker. And he's just playing a bit of a, who the hell are you, boy, type thing. But it maybe does just show that maybe he's not there yet. Maybe we just bring it down a bit and have him go up against your guys like Road Dogg for a while.
I like when Road Dogg says, "Why don't you shut up, bitch?" I feel like I've had that ingrained on my head for like however long that is, 26 years.
Yeah.
And then we get Road Dogg joining commentary to provide commentary on the hardcore match, which is Big Boss Man the champion against Al Snow. And one of my 100% one of my highlights this pay-per-view is Road Dogg commentating on this match, just following it
on the
around.
Move with the bike, yeah.
They should have made that more of a thing.
Well, every hardcore match we've watched before this has seemed repetitive and a bit shit. This did add something different to it. He's right there. He's like having to dodge out the way at times when moves are happening.
It's his little comments, like Bossman steals like a crutch off of someone, and he's always got, because he's so quick-witted, he's always got a line about little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
He says something about Bossman hitting the noodle, says the D-O-double-G, the poodle.
That's good stuff.
This was entertaining for me, and I think it was just that extra element.
Yeah.
I like that they went in the bar and all that, and like people are like trying to get in front of the camera, and Al Snow goes to do a moonsault off the bar, and he nearly jumps on a guy because the guy's trying to get into the camera shot.
Yep.
They're smashing beer bottles. It's good fun. Actually, quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, we do get a Road Dogg. Did you notice him sneakily take the boss man's nightstick?
No, I didn't.
I spotted it and I thought, that's going to come into play.
He leathers him with it too.
Yeah, yep.
Because I think Boss Man is the one who hits him first, isn't he? So he's just like, nah, I'm not having that.
Yeah. So once he's turned his back, he just sneakily takes it off him.
That's brilliant.
And then we get Al Snow hitting Boss Man with 2 pool balls.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I wasn't keen on that. Boss Man never sold that at all. He just lay there.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't even aware what he was doing. But yeah. So I think during the match, we were supposed to think that Boss Man picks up the little mobile kennel that Pepper's in and fucking launches it.
Yeah. Now, I'm fairly sure there was no dog in that carrier when that happens.
Yeah, hope not. And then, so Al Snow then wins the match. He's running back to be awarded with the title, and it seems like Stevie Richards and the Blue Meanie seem to be interfering with Pepper.
Yeah.
In some description.
What are they doing?
And Al Snow just goes mad and batters them both.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. It's almost like we've got these ECW guys. Maybe they'd be doing something weird to adults.
What were they doing? So unfortunately, if this is the end for us, Adam, we're never going to get to Al Snow being fed Pepper. Yeah. Unfortunately.
But... I mean, if we do at a point circle back to wrestling, I've got in my mind we're probably not picking up from here. This is us ending this on a high.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. And talking of which, the next match is the women's title match.
Oh.
They've remembered that they have women on their roster. I don't think we've seen any for a while. We've maybe seen Tori with somebody, actually.
Yeah, did Tori not have an awful match at a point where she didn't look like she had a clue what she was doing?
Yes, she was like a fan. She was playing like a fan of somebody or something.
I'm not sure she'd learned an awful lot.
It doesn't seem that way, does it? She's taking on Ivory here, who is the champion. This is not... Well, do you know what? Actually, I quite enjoyed it just for the point of view of... I think Ivory's probably quite an accomplished female wrestler. And she's talking to her constantly throughout the match, which I found amusing. It seems like she's getting quite frustrated with her at times as well.
Yeah, there were a few things threw me off a wee bit about this. So... Yeah, I was waiting for some kind of a comeback because Ivory seems to be battering her for almost the entire match. But there is no comeback. She just ends it.
Just sort of, she just holds her down.
I was almost picturing, is this what it would have been like in the 80s when, someone comes into the company wanting to be a women's wrestler and Moolah decides I'm going to teach her a lesson in the ring.
Just beats the crap out of her and holds her down.
That sort of feeling about it.
I was quite impressed with Ivory, to be fair.
She did the Cesaro swing.
She did. She said, "Are you ready for the swing?" And then did it a few times. Yeah. That's right. Aye. Well, there you go.
It felt like something they showed us in the build-up, or mentioned in the build-up, that Ivory, who is part of the Right to Censor, is that right here?
No, at this point,
not yet.
No.
Not yet. But she's very straight-laced and all that.
Aye.
Had spray-painted Skank on Tori at one point. There's absolutely no comeuppance.
I mean, maybe there's other things going on in the background that we didn't know.
Maybe.
Unfortunately, you just have to make it up in your own head.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We do get a little appearance by Luna Vachon.
That's right. Yeah, JR's very taken aback. I clearly didn't know what was happening there.
Oh, JR described Ivory as a real spitfire
in
entrances, and it was in the exact way you're hearing it in your head is the way he said
it. I've got a lot of comments about the way that JR and King talk about a woman, but it's not in this match. It's later on.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about? Next match is our Lion's Den weapons match.
Yeah.
Just tell me if we've got anything in between, because I've just got the matches.
So we did have Michael Cole and The Rock, but The Rock wants to interview Michael Cole.
Oh, yes.
And I remembered this, but I didn't remember that it happened here, which is where The Rock asked Michael Cole if he's a little come-see, come-sa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I can remember, this is bizarre, but I can remember being in Spanish class at school and somebody asking our teacher if they're are you a little come-see, come-sa, after The Rock said this?
Teachers must have hated Attitude in Wrestling.
Right. And this teacher was quite big, and does The Rock say something about somebody having a 50-pound head or something like that? Did he talk about The Undertaker maybe at one point?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And then he said that, with your 50-pound head, and she immediately got chucked out of class after that. But the come-see, come-sa line always stuck with me. Poor Michael Cole. I see the way you're looking at The Rock and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Funny. Lion's Den weapons match.
Yep.
Shamrock versus Blackman. The story seems to be that this is Shamrock's match, but Blackman is a wizard with weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Blackman must be a happy woman. So yeah, what did you think of this?
So, like, this was a bit wild, like, because there's weapons like scattered around and you're waiting for people to get them, but like Blackman's freaking me out when he's doing all this stuff, like when he's spinning the nunchucks and stuff like that. And I'm assuming they've gimmicked everything as much as they possibly can, but some of the hits with these things just seemed brutal.
Aye.
And I'm imagining they're probably both guys that are like, just lay it in, you know, make it look real. So I spent a lot of the match going like, and things like that. Yeah.
The thing I noticed, and I agree with what you're saying there, the thing that I noticed was there was no give when they were slamming them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was no bounce or anything like that. It looked like they were slamming them on wooden boards.
Mm-hmm.
It did drag on a little bit, but I have to be honest and say I expected it to be horrible, and I really enjoyed it. Nice.
I thought it was fine.
Aye, like Blackman's continually going for the weapons. Once he gets the weapons, he gets on top. Shamrock finds a way to get a wee arm lock, a leg lock on.
Yeah, it's pretty clear story-wise that Shamrock would very happily just go through this match without the involvement of any weapons. He just wants to out-wrestle him, make him tap out, do whatever.
Aye.
Yeah.
I suppose the only thing is you're putting them in a cage. And at that point, I don't know where UFC was at that point. Do you?
No.
Just Shane desperate to buy it and Vince telling him to stab
wonder,
him in the heart.
So if it did exist at this point, which I'm assuming it probably did, but very much like an underground type thing, it was obviously nowhere near the visibility. It must have existed because when they brought in Shamrock, he was being described as a UFC winner.
He'd won, aye.
But yeah, it doesn't have like the profile of a WWE at this point. Nothing like what it rose to about 10, 15 years ago. It was huge.
So what I was going to say was, like you're trying to mimic a real fight again, like classic Russo's back at it. But then, like the match is littered with weapons, which means if these guys are the real deal, then surely one of them's going to die when they're slamming each other in the face with nunchucks and that.
Yeah.
It's a bit silly, but then, aye.
We've seen worse silly. We've seen far worse.
100% this weekend. I don't feel like the only thing about that was it was obviously a way off to the side, fine for the crowd that were like it was like right there underneath that part of the crowd, but otherwise if you were away across our side of the arena, I guess you're watching it on the video on the screens. Didn't seem like there was a great response, I didn't think, from the crowd.
Yeah, it was also a little bit unclear on, because there's a point, so Shamrock kind of does his snapped thing, and he's got a kendo stick, and he just starts striking Blackman with it over and over and over again. and then he's just kind of declared the winner. I wasn't sure, like, because was there a referee there?
Outside, I think
Right.
the whole point was that you had to walk out the cage to win, but like
Right,
you say,
okay.
they just said, nah, just fired his music on after he lost the plot. But yeah, a Shamrock can't have much longer at all. That might be his last one, actually. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
it does feel like it's been fumbled a wee bit from what you could have done with him.
Oh, what, his career-wise?
Yeah.
100%. What we got next after
We go to Shane attacking the ribs of Test on Heat, and then we're straight into the Greenwich Street fight.
Oh, the love her or leave her.
Yeah, is this the thing you had some concerns about in terms of the way females are being treated?
No, it wasn't. No.
No, you're fine with this. So, I mean, it's not up to her.
But she looks to have given it her blessing, because she's very happy when her brother's getting beat up.
Well, yeah.
And sad when our big buff boyfriend is getting beat up. What was my initials for my test? Original OGT.
OGT.
Is Stephanie McMahon the original giant testicle?
It seems like it, yeah.
You have to acknowledge her then, the OGT, because she is doing a cracking job of portraying somebody that's madly in love with the former Motley Crue bodyguard.
We're not going to end there, but we're not going to get there, but it's going to end in tears for those of you rooting for that.
Indeed. Poor Test, eh? Like, I wonder if this was all cooked up with the idea that was going to happen, or if it's like Triple H seeing somebody rising up the card.
Test is just about to get over, and Triple H is in Vince McMahon's office saying, "You're backing the wrong guy for this story. I've got an idea."
He's not believable. That's what you said about Kurt Angle, wasn't it? He's not believable. Oh dear. Well, as one of the giant testicles among us, again, I thought this match was class.
I quite enjoyed this. There's a whole angle to the story where Shane wants to be doing this all on his own, but there's, I think, a couch set up for the Mean Street Posse to take a front row seat and just be right there. And Shane's, he's happy to see his guys, but he's doing this on his own. And so you knew there were going to be some shenanigans on the go here. Had they already, some of them, sharing some bumps and bruises?
So Rodney had a walking boot on him.
Mm-hmm. Someone in a sling, wasn't there?
Was there? Yeah. I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to show you a picture of somebody. I don't know if you know. Do you know who that is?
No.
Don't know if we've done any AEW pay-per-views with him on it. His name's Wardlow, and he was like MJF's like heater.
Okay.
Do you think that looks like Joey Abs?
A little bit, yeah.
See, when he came out, I was like, is that Wardlow? Well, like, Wardlow would have been like 10 then. so obviously no, but I was like, I don't remember Joey Abs looking like that. But
could be, Wardlow could be his son.
Wardlow Abs. Amazing. And what's the other one? Pete Gas.
Pete Gas.
Yeah.
Rodney and Pete Gas.
Yeah. The last time we saw them, there was a lot more of them, but obviously these are the ones that they got to train and take bumps.
Yeah.
So apparently this match, they rehearsed it for days and days on end before it, which I only read today and didn't know. It's supposed to make sense because, like, it is a really good match from a whole storyline point of view. If Test will not give up despite what they constantly throw at him for the love of his women, and JR's like, he's all about that sort of story.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and it turns out all of the posse's injuries were a ruse. They're all perfectly capable of getting involved in this. I think did they start getting involved with spitting champagne in Test's face?
Yes.
We get Test. You know, he's an impressive guy. He press slams Shane right out onto the posse. Posse are going to get directly involved. They're handing Shane weapons at points. There's a framed picture of the posse, which gets smashed over Test's head, which was quite funny. Shane is doing a lot of his sort of high risk and not quite executing, he definitely misses a corkscrew moonsault at a point.
That does not look fun. It's almost like he on his shins he lands.
Yeah. Yeah. Test looks like he has it won. There's a ref distraction after a powerbomb. I think JR, I think, is kind of reluctantly praising Shane, even if he disagrees with his reasons for what he's doing. He's praising his toughness for keeping going for what he believes in.
Yeah, fair. I totally forgot about the flying elbow from the top turnbuckle onto the what was it, on the Spanish announce table. I forgot about it. It's almost like Shane is on the verge of dying, and the posse are pretty much shoving him up the turnbuckles.
It must be a complicated one. Shane, obviously inspired by Macho Man Randy Savage, do the flying elbow, but he's doing this all in the best interests of his sister. Complicated, that.
It is complicated. And who knew that CM Punk's flying elbow at WrestleMania 30 on Undertaker was inspired by Shane McMahon? I certainly I didn't. I like the way that Test is positioned. It's kind of weird, but he's sort of over the corner, so his legs are sort of hanging off the edge of the table, so that when Shane comes down, his legs go shooting away up in the air, and it makes the bump look all the more impressive.
Nice.
It's really cool. That would probably be the first sort of instance of Shane doing something sort of mental like that.
I think so.
Spectacle.
Because there's a lot more to come. I was thinking to myself, I wonder when it is that he comes off the rigging next to the Titantron when he's doing the Steve Blackman match.
I think that's SummerSlam 2000.
Right.
Well, obviously Test wins this match because we know that they're going to go on to get married or attempt to get married later in the year.
Yeah.
I think somebody of Test's ability and size should have a better finisher than a pump handle slam. Oh no, it's a pump handle power slam actually, isn't it?
It's into a power slam. We got an appearance by Patterson and Briscoe.
Oh, that's right, the Stooges, come down.
Yeah, they just to take out the posse and even things up. So obviously we've had that bit of heat between Shane and Vince in the past, so I'm assuming the Stooges weren't the biggest fans of the posse off the back of all that.
That makes sense why they appeared there, because I was kind of thinking they're heels.
It did seem a wee bit random.
But they socked it to them, sent them off, allowed Test to get the win, and Stephanie to run erratically down to the ring with her hands waving in the air like she's a Joe Hendry believer. Missed the opportunity for the Elizabeth on the shoulder pose.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. That'd be Triple H's reason, actually.
That could have changed everything.
You're right.
If he'd done that, that could have been it. People might have not been able to see or believe the idea of Stephanie ever being with Triple H if Test had done that.
Damn it. The world could be... I'm not going to say that. It does kind of break my heart a little bit what happened to Test. It really does.
Wait, you mean when he got together in real life with Stacey Keibler?
No, not that part. No,
that was all right for Test.
I was thinking about the size that he was in TNA, and he's clearly consumed quite a lot of things that weren't good for him and then died. But yes. So, Test. Do you think Test... I'll maybe start my own Test podcast. I don't know what I could call it that would be legal or allowed on...
What was your name that you gave yourself earlier?
The original Giant Testicle, the OGT.
So if you just go OGT podcast.
Nice, OGTs.
Yeah.
Nice. That makes me think, have you seen, I think I've asked you this before, have you seen Beau is Afraid?
I've not. No.
Oh, well,
Good.
it would spoil it, so I'll not tell you.
I might watch some films coming up soon, but I don't think that.
What sort of films are you going to be watching?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Is our next match tag team titles match?
Yes. So we get a little bit of the story with Taker and Big Show, and Taker seems to be being very clear in telling Big Show that he cannot and should not trust him.
I will stick an... Well, what gave you that? Was it when he says, I will stick a knife in your back?
Yeah. Whereas the X-Pac and Kane team, one very much built on friendship. X-Pac and Kane beat the Acolytes to win the tag titles, and we get a little bit of voice box Kane on the
voice box.
And despite
you
the
heard
odds,
Sean. Do you think people are like, who the fuck is Sean like?
Probably. X-Pac thinks that their bond, their friendship, can bring them through, despite the fact that there is a bit of a size mismatch. I get the feeling that when it's being brought up in the interview that X-Pac's a little bit touchy about the fact that he's very clearly the smallest guy involved in the match.
Yeah, Kane can rival Undertaker's size, and then you've got X-Pac and Big Show. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Paul Bearer, he's at side as well, isn't he?
I think he is.
Undertaker.
I don't have him anywhere in my notes, but I think he's,
There's no Arn action these days.
No.
I do like Kane and X-Pac together.
Yeah.
I thought that worked.
Yeah.
And even they have a joint entrance with the big red fireworks and the break it down.
Yeah, nice.
Managed to make DX seem almost current.
Yeah. Almost.
Like, this match is always going to be just X-Pac getting the shit beat out of him by the pair of them, and Undertaker getting on Big Show. There's times where he's like directing him round the ring, and that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's brilliant. It's probably realistic.
Yeah, and I don't because you would hope I don't think this is the fumble. I assume they fumble the payoff when Big Show's finally had enough. I don't really remember what happens with it. But this could have done something for Big Show if they'd just played it right.
This wasn't like, what was that biggest Nathan Jones? This wasn't that, right?
Nathan Jones, there was a Mania he was supposed to tag with Undertaker against Albert.
Oh, right.
And someone.
All right, okay, so that wasn't this. I was thinking there was a Mania where like Big Show was supposed to be Undertaker's partner but didn't show up or something like that. But was that Nathan Jones?
It was Nathan Jones, yeah.
Okay, like you say. They must have fumbled it because it's clearly no memorable at all. But plus, like, by this time, and we've highlighted it every time, Big Show's turned about 40 times.
Yeah.
He's then going to turn babyface, and people are going to be like, he's a big wanker, though. I'm not cheering for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard enough, I think, to get any sympathy on the biggest guy in the company. But if you then confuse the fact by turning him every week...
Think about that. Like, this is August. It debuted in February.
Yeah. There's been 6 months. There's a lot going on.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh.
Yeah. As with most matches that he's in, Kane's the sort of MVP, I think, of this whole match. Carries a lot of it himself.
Yeah. You're kind of waiting for most of it for Kane to get the hot tags, but when he comes in, you obviously know he's well capable of dealing with the two massive guys that are in front of him. Thought they played it pretty well, because it happens, I think, a couple of times, but then they keep going back to the route of just trying to isolate X-Pac. Yeah.
One of my favourite bits in this match is when X-Pac has a Big Show on the ropes, and I think Kane's taking Kane Undertaker outside, and X-Pac does the Bronco Buster, and Big Show just gets up straight away, and I think choke slams him. There's also a time X-Pac's on the outside and he's managing to get a couple of punches in Undertaker, and he gets a little cocky and starts doing the suckets, and Undertaker just leathers him straight to the mat.
Yeah. There's a point, as we're heading towards the finish, I think, where the Big Show hits a choke slam and just puts one foot on X-Pac for the cover.
Oh, that's right. Taker's raging.
He kicks out at the two, and Taker, just behind, is absolutely furious, tags himself in, hits the tombstone. He's basically looking at Big Show the entire time he's doing it. Hits the tombstone, they get the win. So that's going to be... Are they referred to as the Unholy Alliance?
Aye, that's class.
Yeah. That's going to be the Unholy Alliance as your new tag team champions.
Yeah, I wonder if they did. They must have went against Acolytes, eh?
Yeah, there was... I think so, yeah. There was also a moment where I think Big Show was supposed to be at the other side of the ring to stop Kane from trying to get in the ring to break the count.
Aye.
He gets there a bit late.
He tries to kick him like a football out the way.
Because it kind of made Kane look a bit stupid. Because he looks like he was waiting to actually get in the ring. Yeah, yep. I'm pretty sure Big Show's the one that blew that spot.
Here, come on, Paul.
So he's probably getting for real chewed out in the back after the storyline moment.
I like to think that they rode together, and that was just what the relationship was like. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise you, because you could see Vince going, "Oh yeah, do some of that."
Definitely.
The next match is a Kiss My Ass match, is it? Yeah. Kiss My Ass match. The Rock against Billy Gunn. This must be one of the most sort of anticlimactic, fall flat things, where Billy Gunn's saying he's got a huge surprise for everyone. Earlier in the pay-per-view, you see him coming in, and he's got someone under a big blanket. Yeah. The whole thing's going to be that this is the person that he's going to get The Rock to kiss their ass to win the match. And it's just some random woman.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked about, because we knew what this was when we were looking ahead to it previously. And there were some... I think I'm getting maybe a bit annoyed with The Rock. Do all The Rock's matches just involve going out to the ramp and then towards the crowd and brawling? Because that does seem to be a pattern.
A little bit, aye.
But then eventually, Billy Gunn's getting bits and pieces in. He's getting some offense in and all that. And all the while I'm just watching thinking, I know how this ends. And I'm not really, I just want to get that over and done with. He hits a famouser on the Rock, Billy Gunn.
Standing famouser with a huge big jump. It's impressive.
And then I think he takes a bit of time to bring that woman into the ring, rather than, just going and getting the match ended there and then. Tries to put Rock's face on her.
She's got, I think he's aiming for the ripped area of her, of her tights. This was the match where I had an issue with JR and King. They were just constantly going on about this woman.
Okay.
And the way they were talking about her was, I don't know, no appropriate anymore. But it was constant. And the woman would be that big a different size for JR, and the way he's talking about her, it's like she's the size of 40 houses sort of thing.
I can see Vince loving this, loving everything about this.
100%.
But yeah, so the Billy Gunn goes to put Rock's face there. Rock counters, puts Billy's face there. The woman looks absolutely thrilled. She's having in that moment. She's having a moment. And then I think we go straight to a rock bottom and a people's elbow. And that's that.
I was thinking it was when they were actually wrestling, it was decent.
Yeah.
And obviously Billy Gunn he's a really good wrestler, I think.
Yeah.
He's big and strong and he can move and all that sort of stuff. I think if you eliminated the kiss my ass aspect and the women, you'd have probably just... It might have actually done a better job of positioning him as being more than just... He's just here to get beat by The Rock.
I think if they'd done because he was one that it felt like they wanted to push him when they were kind of done with DX. And if he'd just gone out and he can be cocky, arrogant, dickhead while he's doing it, but he's like, I'm better than that. I've moved on from this. I want to get to the very top. And if I'm going to get to the very top, I've got to take out a guy like that.
Aye.
And he can still lose the match, but look competitive and, and parts of the match really did. I think it was just the frustration with this stupid stipulation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Russo.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. That takes us to our main event.
Yeah, so we get a bit of build.
Quite enjoyed the package and the build for that.
Yeah, so the show it was Triple H versus Undertaker versus China for the number one contendership. Because Shawn Michaels trying to put that issue between Triple H and China. Austin interferes in that match and China wins. Triple H and China then have a match for the number one contender role. Mankind interferes and China wins again. And Triple H getting more and more worked up as he's going through this cycle of events, and China getting more and more, I think, irritated by Triple H not seeing this as legit. Like, she could be the number one contender. He's talking about stopping this nonsense and stuff like that.
He says she's just a girl and she's just a woman. That's me.
That was quite a good impression. And we get Mankind against China for the number one contendership, which Mankind wins. But Shane dictates that it has to be Triple H v Mankind for the number one contender.
Do you think this all happened on the same Raw, or was this? Do you think this was across it?
And then we get a draw in that match. So it's fine. Somebody's finally gone, look, we just get a triple threat. Let's just get on with it. Poor China, totally out of the reckoning.
Poor China.
Yeah.
Yep, indeed. Yeah, they seem to throw Mankind in here sort of out of nowhere. Well, obviously, like you've just described it, but it didn't seem like he was involved, really.
No, I wonder this. I don't think this was the time when he was basically sitting at home and he got a call. I think that was for the WrestleMania multi-person match,
right?
Where Mankind had no notion that he was going to be involved, and sitting on his couch and gets a phone call. So we're going to do this thing. There's going to be a McMahon in every corner. It's like, WrestleMania main event, you're saying? Okay.
Just retired.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be Jericho, wasn't it? Originally, it was supposed to be Jericho.
Yeah.
And the rumor here was that Austin didn't see the benefit in dropping to Triple H.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't think he was there yet. So
yeah. I tell you, Austin's the Steve. I don't believe in CTE. Austin is the biggest politica at the lot.
Well, I mean, you're going to be at the top for that long. You're bound to have done it.
Aye. Who's laughing now, eh? Mr. New Era Triple H. So we get Jesse introduced. Of course, he gets on the microphone. I can't remember what he says. How about we put a wrestler in the White House?
Yeah, he's talking about being proud to be involved in this, regardless of what some other people think. And obviously, I think in the mainstream still look down their nose at wrestling, even though the numbers it must have been doing over the last few years here must be insane.
I wonder how Jesse felt about the Kiss My Ass match before.
Yeah, he probably just insisted that all has to be completely off screen before there's any mention of him.
And then we get Triple H coming out with his best music, Adam.
Yeah.
The My Time music, fantastic. Austin Pop, tremendous. And we're off to the races. No, we're not, because we need Mankind to come out as well. I'm talking absolute shite. I thought this... I might actually look up to see what the Observer gave this, because I thought this was a brilliant match.
This was really good. There's like, you've got your logic. It's tricky when it's a 3-person. Right at the early stages, Austin and Mankind are aligning with each other to go after Triple H, and then it can only ever last so long. I think it only lasts until one of them goes for a quick cover and the other one's like, hey, whoa, no, that's not how this is going to work. You get Triple H taken out of it for a little while, and then I think there's definitely China getting involved, and then she gets sent to the back because she give a low blow to Mankind or something like that.
She launches him in the stairs. She launches him in the ring pole or something like that. Aye.
And finally, Jessie sees something that she's done and throws her to the back, which JR's going to pop for. He's a big fan of that. Some control from this referee. We've got a lot of attacks on the reference knee, the one that isn't normally got a brace on it. So I think Mankind goes after it, and then Triple H maybe with a chair and the ring post, I think.
Yeah, wraps it round.
Yeah. And nice, really basic psychology. There's a target there, so go after it.
Yep.
And it again just slows Austin down in a way where Mankind and Triple H can go at each other for a little while, which it's always good if you can just make some logic as to why there's only two guys fighting in the ring, even though it's a 3-man match.
Yeah. Have you noticed that, I think this must be a modern thing, and we've maybe come across it when we've been watching more recent stuff, that when it's like a multi-man match, they just kneel on one knee and watch the matches whilst, like sort of sat in the corner waiting for their spot.
Okay.
It's more obvious when you go to live wrestling, but I've seen it on the telly as well, and it's like...
It's weird.
Yeah, like when this was happening, the guys just take a hell of a bump and lie down.
Yeah.
They don't... it was happening in that Rumble the other night, actually. Guys like sitting waiting for their thing.
I definitely noticed that with someone, I can't remember who it was, who did just seem to be waiting for a situation between two others to resolve itself before he would. And they can sometimes try and explain it away, the announcers, like, it makes sense, just let them beat each other up and wait in the wings, but it does look like they're almost like looking at their watch, like, and go.
Aye. Aye. It's sad. It's weird. Anyway. How do we get towards this one goes? I remember clicking because it felt like it was going quite some time, and this goes right towards the end of the pay-per-view, and we get quite a lot of close falls where it looks like Triple H is going to win it, and I think we've been fed the story that Triple H has been groomed for number one spot. And him and Austin have got a really fiery rivalry even here, I think.
Yeah.
So I think we're being positioned to think that Triple H is going to win this.
We get there was one thing I noticed before we go towards the finish. Triple H dodges what I can only describe as like a cannonball by Mankind, and his landing did not look pleasant at all. Like his legs are on the steps and things like that. It just looked,
that's right.
Yeah, didn't look good.
Did you see when China gets thrown out that Austin goes to like shout at her and he falls out the ring?
I don't think I picked up on that.
So Ventura's like hanging over the rope, pointing, and Austin's like going like that, hanging on the ropes, and then you just see his legs go right over, and then the camera like pans right in on Ventura so you kind of see, and then the next thing you know, Triple H is like unthinging all the ropes and all that to try and get him out.
Oh, it just got a wee bit carried away.
Aye, it's funny.
We've got as we go towards the finish, we've got Triple H using a chair shots to Mankind and covers him, but Ventura is going to refuse to make the count.
Oh, I like that. That was good. That
he kind of walks to the corner and he's like, nope, and he's kind of like, I told you, nope.
Good payoff for those little bits that you were talking about.
Like finally that payoff, and then Triple H is furious. He was clearly warned. We've got Shane coming down, getting in Jesse Ventura's face. Austin stunner on Shane. Austin tells Ventura to throw him out of the ring, and he does. And Ventura shouts, "I think that's for your old man, you little bastard."
You little bastard. That is when Austin falls out of the ring. It's not China.
Okay.
Aye.
Oh, that was class. Mankind gets like a double mandible claw on Triple H and Austin. It's broken up. Triple H goes to pedigree Mankind. Austin breaks that up. stunner by Austin on Triple H. Mankind breaks that up. I think, where are we? Triple H pedigrees Austin, but Mankind knocks Triple H out the way. Mankind double arm DDT on Austin, and Mankind gets the pin for the win.
Yeah, we're making Austin look strong.
Yeah.
We almost need the rest of the roster to come out and all hit their finishers first and then pin them.
I mean, I think I was a little bit surprised Austin ended up taking the pin, but he'd had enough done to him to you're not going to have any issue keeping him positioned right at the top. But yeah, I kind of expected. I couldn't remember who won this. I was kind of thinking Triple H was going to win it when we were part through the match. But yeah, this must have been the sort of big win for Mankind. When he won it before, it was on a Raw, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was trying to remember that earlier. I was trying to remember if this was second time champion or if this was this was when he won. Sorry, it must have been 98. He won the title, was it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they
DX
had
helped
DX
him
at ringside, and I think did The Rock have the corporation with him at ringside. So this is definitely a bit beyond that.
Right. Okay. It's definitely comes across in the building like a surprise win.
Mm-hmm.
It's a strange reaction to it because obviously they're all probably conditioned for an Austin win and celebration, and that's what they're waiting for. And it's kind of a bit like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And we're going to get a very frustrated Triple H just absolutely wearing out Austin with a chair to the knee, specifically going after the knee. And China comes back down to basically stop anyone from breaking up what's going on. I started wondering, I wonder if Austin did have an actual issue here and they're trying to just come up with an excuse to take him off for a little bit. But yeah, I quite like furious Triple H when he's sort of going really aggressive at folk.
Aye, hair's going everywhere.
Yeah.
Aye. See, this is what makes me think that the Triple H being unwilling to drop the title, Austin being unwilling to drop the title to Triple H thing is bogus, because why would he not drop the title to him, but he would then clearly go into a program with him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think that can be right. Maybe it's just a thing of I don't know, actually. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
And it's a bit odd, I think, for, sometimes they do look at transitional champions because you want a guy to specifically beat a heel or something like that. But Mankind's certainly a babyface, but not on an Austin level of babyface. And Triple H is the only heel in the match. It's quite odd.
Yeah, and then obviously Triple H wins it next night. Anyway.
Is it just the next night? Yeah. Okay.
And that, to me, I've not listened to something to wrestle with, but that to me just stinks of a Bruce saying something like, nobody thought this would happen. So that's why we did it.
Yeah. And I think they occasionally like to make big things happen on Raws, didn't they? So that people would make sure they were watching, so they wouldn't risk missing anything.
Yeah, unlike now.
Yeah.
Did quite a lot of comparisons, didn't we?
Yeah. So, it's a pretty good show. Yeah.
Do you know the Observer rating for that was 2 3/4 stars, that match?
It's harsh.
Seems it.
Yeah.
It's like 16 minutes. It's non-stop.
Mm-hmm.
There's a good storyline. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. So are you devastated now?
Devastated that devastated what?
That we're going to put this down now.
No, I'm not. I think we both know that it's been coming for a while. Mm-hmm. I think wrestling's maybe something that I never thought I would maybe need a break from. It's always been something that's been there that I've enjoyed, but I think a wee break is required.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, who knows what we might end up doing with our time.
Yeah, I mean, the opportunities seem endless.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay, look out for Adam's other podcasts where I don't know what you might want to discuss. Anything and everything.
Yeah, I worry, just me on my own, that's going to lack some structure. That's just going to be me freestyling. Like,
Nice. Like literally freestyling, like
oh,
off the dome,
oh.
like John Cena. Nah.
I used to be able to rap that, remember that, what was it called? I Wish was the song. I wish it was a little bit taller. But I used to be able to do that one, but I think that's the extent of my skills.
You could do that for our outro.
Mm.
Nah, okay. Talking about Bruce Pritchard there, and I've not even watched it, but I see that there's a season 2 of Unreal, and I saw a clip of him. I don't know if you've seen this. There's a clip of him in their booking committee or whatever, suggesting that Pat McAfee should beat Gunther. Do you know that they had like a sort of weird program where he was like sticking up for McAfee was sticking up for Michael Cole, and then they had a pay-per-view match, and obviously Gunther beat him. But I'm fairly sure Gunther was either champion or like a top-tier main eventer, and Bruce is like, nobody will expect it. We should have McAfee go over, and it's just like, fuck off.
Because I think I kind of remember that program. They had him get his ass kicked, but he kind of just kept going, didn't he? That's kind of the way they played it out. Yeah. God, imagine the regret you would have now when he's retiring all these folk. And you're like, but Pat McAfee beat him. Do you remember?
Well, Jey Uso tapped him out only last year.
Oh, he did. That was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you think AJ Styles would retire?
I was
surprised.
Really shocked at that. I wondered if there was some kind of like loophole where he was going to go to TNA or something like that and do a little run on an affiliated company. Because admittedly, I don't watch much, certainly in between the big pay-per-views, but it kind of seemed like it came out of nowhere. That, I think it was rumoured that it'd be his last year in wrestling.
No, I'd said that,
but
yep.
When that gets out there, you kind of expect that to come nearer the end of a year. So yeah, I was surprised by that.
I like the idea of the sort of bookend of, he debuted at the 2016 Rumble and he's retired at the 2026. But retiring in Riyadh's a weird one. I did wonder when him and Punk just had a straight up clean finish on Raw. The Monday before, I did wonder have they given him, because he fought Nakamura on like the Saturday night's main event and just had another one, just like a sort of banger type. And I wondered, are they just giving him farewell matches?
Yeah.
He put the gloves back on. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him somewhere.
Yeah, and I suppose if you want to make this Gunther thing a thing, he can still say, he banished him from WWE.
I ran him out. Yeah. They're getting good heat on him.
Yeah.
Just, they will mess it up somewhere.
Yeah.
And some of the decisions, and I hear people talking about, I think it's not that serious, but some like that Chameleon guy and the La Parka character, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the number of people that were missing that are on their, like they just had Finn Balor go really, really close to winning the title about 2 weeks ago, and he wasn't in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Unless it was him that attacked Braun Breaker or something. But
yeah, it does seem like there's some strange decisions. I did quite enjoy the Women's Rumble match. I thought it was a good match.
So did I. Really enjoyed it.
Well done.
I would say to somebody, if you not watched either of them, I would watch the women's one over the men's.
Yeah. Felt like they were building some stories, trying to make some people, elevate some people, yeah.
Quite an incredible reception for Brie Bella.
It was, yeah. I was surprised at that one, because I just assumed she would never reappear.
Yeah. Maybe they're setting up for Daniel Bryan to come back. I'm just joking.
I can't imagine he would ever want to do
that. No. I don't think so. I think he maybe works backstage or something.
Yeah.
And he'll probably wrestle again, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh well. This is all becoming quite overwhelming. It's not really at all. I've enjoyed every single episode we've had.
Nice.
Some runs more than others.
Fair, yeah.
Definitely some of our Lucha stuff, our TNA stuff, our Halloween Havocs.
Yeah.
These are all non-WWE, aren't they?
Yeah. It's been good times.
And yeah, it's potentially not goodbye forever, but definitely for
a while. Yeah.
A while.
Yeah.
We'll maybe do a Foley and retire and then come back in a couple of months.
Yeah.
But best believe we're no continuing 1999.
Yeah.
What we would come back to, I have no idea. Do you?
No. Because a lot of things had been bubbling along. You got some things that felt like they were never going to pay off, and you got some things that felt like they had paid off, but you're only partway through the sort of year. You're kind of halfway through the wrestling year. So yeah, I'm not sure generally where things go from here.
We're like, obviously, we're only 3 months away from Austin getting knocked down by Taz with orange balloons coming out the boot of the car. Do you know what's funny? Actually, Rikishi's not even on any of the shows we've been watching.
That's weird. Yeah.
You know, not even like an opener or anything.
Yeah.
He's not on it at all.
That's strange. Just with what's going to happen, that's kind of weird. Kind of makes it all seem like it maybe wasn't all pre-planned.
You think? Surely no. So Austin will go away. That was for his neck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then we obviously get Triple H pretty much taken over after the Armageddon match with Vince.
Yeah.
Into 2000. 2000's a good year, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to start to see some new faces, some slightly interesting faces. Kurt Angle debut in 2000.
Angle Survivor Series 99, I think, against Meat.
Brilliant.
Radicals must be pretty soon. Was that 99 or 2000? 2000 it was,
2000, I think, yeah.
Post-Rumble or something.
Yeah.
And then, Taz. Taz must be Rumble 2000. Is that his first match?
Yeah, how interesting. Yeah, because he debuts against Angle, doesn't he? And if they'd actually just tried to keep any kind of momentum with him, that could have been interesting.
That's crazy to think. Did he? Is that what he debuted against Angle and got beat?
He beats Angle.
He beat Angle.
Well, he choked him out, and I think Angle spends a long time talking about it being it was an illegal choke, and he didn't submit and stuff like that.
Right. So when did Angle go into the stuff with Bob Backlund? Was that that must have been 2000?
Yeah, I would have thought so, yeah.
That's bizarre to think as well, eh?
Yeah.
Crossface chicken wing.
Oh.
Yeah. But if we were to come back to watching wrestling, when I'm saying I don't know what we'd come back to, I sort of mean I don't know what could draw us back.
Mm-hmm.
Lucha Underground Season 3?
Maybe. I think my worry with that, I enjoyed Season 2, but it started to feel like it was repeating itself a wee bit. Because everything was new in Season 1. It was really exciting. Right. But if we took quite a lengthy break, maybe.
Yeah. Middle-aged Outlaws, 2027.
Yeah.
We might have to change our name by the time we come back.
Yeah, get that trademarked. Old age Outlaws.
Oh shit, Chris Jericho's already got a trademark. Just like everything else. Right, okay, let's sign off in style. You can beatbox and freestyle, I wish, if you like. Thank you anybody that's listened to us.
Yeah, thank you.
We really appreciate it. And yeah, take it easy.
Yeah.